Sakura.
Sakura. Okay, I think I got it. Sakura. So let's talk about Sakura. Got a great comment from, and this is, I guess we're doing comments back to back, but this was too important to miss out on. Bryson 1993. And this person points out that in the manga, Sakura does a lot more. She's more engaged, she's more proactive, she has more moves, and they just cut it out in the show. Now, this show is 20 years old, and so I guess, I don't know if the showrunners were Japanese or American. I assume they were Japanese. And Japanese don't seem shy about female action heroes. There doesn't seem to be any like issues there. There's no politics in play or anything like that. You know, you're whatever gender you are. If you're a badass, you're a badass. They don't seem to give a crap. So I don't know what's going on there. Like maybe they just didn't like the character. It had nothing to do with their gender. I just found it weird. You have three people in a group, two guys and a girl, and the girl just does nothing. So it's annoying. It would be annoying if a guy did nothing, you know. So I'm not annoyed because she's a girl, but I wondered if her being a girl was the reason why they were doing this. No answers here, but like this is not the way she was depicted in the manga apparently. So I don't understand that choice. But there was another point here made that I want to get to. This is it. It's important to note that not all ninja are combat types, and Sakura's character is a regular girl who's not part of an elite clan. So her skills as a ninja are as basic as they could be. So for the team, she's support. I thought there was something else there. Something about how like you can have a mental aspect. It's not about fighting. Maybe I put that in my head and myself, but it's something I've been thinking about. That maybe some ninja are like force multipliers. So like if I'm with you in a fight and you're good at fighting, I can give you support to make you better at fighting just because I'm there, my presence. You see that in like D&D and some video games where like you can just be a force multiplier. I was wondering if she was one of those or something. Maybe a medic, strategist, something, because so far she's been useless in this series. And apparently she wasn't in the manga. So I don't know what the hell the show's doing. But I will stop bitching about it because apparently like that's just a thing. It's a choice they made that is not what the original author made. And when it comes to anime being adapted, my primary concern is the original author. I don't know anything about the showrunners. I haven't done enough of this to understand how that works. In American television, the showrunners run the show. Like literally, it's right there on the tin. He's a dog. He's got a blog. It's dog with a blog, right? The showrunner, they run the show. But see, it's opposite in film. In American film, the director runs the show. The director of a film has total control. They're the all roads lead to the director. The buck stops with the director. The producer supports the director. In TV, the showrunners, the producers, run the show. The directors are hired by the producers and they're hired guns. They can have input, but all roads lead to the producers, the showrunners, and the buck stops with the showrunners, not with the directors. It's reversed. So I don't know what it's like. I have no idea what's happening on Japanese TV. For all I know, the directors run the show, or the network runs the show, or there's a production company and maybe they're doing three anime and they all run. The orders come from them, and then the showrunners are hired guns or something. I don't know. I mean, they could be given their marching orders, follow the manga completely, or who knows? It's speculation at this point. I just don't know. So, with that being the case, what I do know is you have an original author. You have somebody who wrote the manga, so that's what I care about. That's even though I never read the mangas. To me, what the original author intended is what matters. So the original author intended this character to be different than is being depicted here. So I'm not going to hold it against the original author. So I'm just the showrunner screwed up as far as I'm concerned. So just wanted to point that out. That like it'll still be annoying when she's just standing there for 4 episodes. The other problem is the pacing of this fight is starting to get wonky. The fight is taking place over 4 or 5 episodes now, so you literally have her standing there for 3 or 4 episodes. That affects us. If the fight had taken 2 episodes, she's only standing for 2 episodes, it's not as noticeable. When the fight takes 4 or 5 episodes and she's standing there for the entire time, not doing anything, that's 5 weeks if we're watching this week to week where she's done nothing. So it's much more obvious. It's much more noticeable. Having said that, let's get to the elephant in the room. the thing I actually wanted to talk about for this intro.
Sasuke. Sasuke.
Sasuke. Sakura and Sasuke. Sasuke. They effing killed off Sasuke. Now, I'm not 100% believing it, but I've had a lot of time to think about it. It's actually, I recorded the last episode yesterday. So I actually slept on it literally. And I guess it's happened. I guess it's true because, it makes so much sense from a character motivation standpoint. Now, I was never fond as a writer of character has to die for other character to be motivated to, or for their character arc to progress. I don't believe that's true. Now, my character arc as a human being progressed when Dad died. That completely changed who I am. It completely changed my life in every way. If I was to write a movie about my life, I would start the movie with him dying. And I would start where you would see how I was before he died, and then he would die, and then you would see over the course of the next year how much my life changed, how much I changed as a person. It completely changed. It completely changed my character arc. If I was a fictional character. So, dying changes everything. That is true. Dr. House was right. Almost dying changes nothing. Dying changes everything. And yet, I can still say this after having gone through it myself. I still believe that it's lazy and cheap, and there are better ways to change character arcs. Almost dying for me, it would be like you would reflect. Now, you may have to spend screen time on this. Like, he almost dies, and you sit there and you think, okay, he almost gave his life for me. I need to change. I need to get better. I need to, whatever, right? Like, you need, there's so many ways you can do it. You could just, like, a cancer scare or surviving cancer has changed a lot of people's lives. Think about it. Think about their character arcs. Real human beings we're talking about. I'm using the character arc phraseology just because, that we're talking about fiction here, but like real life kind of mirrors that in a way. Dad did have cancer in 2009 and he survived it, and that did change him. He changed. He was a different person after that. So, you can do that. Or you can have a brush with death or whatever, man. Like, there's so many ways you can do it. And so to me, it's always felt like, because it's so universal, it's a cheap and easy way. Everybody understands when somebody dies, you change. Everybody gets that. They say you don't have to do any work as a writer. You just say, this thing happened, person changed, you can move on to what you want to do. You see what I mean? Like, it's so universal, there's no explanation necessary. You can just go straight into it. Person died, we changed, move on. Where I just would respect it more if you do a little bit more work. If you have a person almost die, or character you want to change has a brush with death, or they get cancer, or they have an old memory, a recovered memory, or they meet an old friend and see how much that friend changed, and it's like, wow, maybe I should change too. Like, there's so many ways you can do it, right? It requires a lot more work, a lot more screen time. Then again, to be fair and charitable to the show, I think, isn't the demographic like 12, something like that, 10 to 18 or 12 to 20 or something? I don't know what the demographic is. But if it does skew younger, a lot of people at 12 and 13 watching this are not going to understand. Brush with death, meet an old friend and reevaluate your life. Like, if you're 30 and you meet a friend you had when you were 15 and you see where they are and you see where you are, you reevaluate your life. A 12-year-old isn't going to understand that. It doesn't matter how much you explain it. A 12-year-old probably will understand person die, I change. So maybe it's the demographic. So to be fair to the show, maybe that's what's happening. I don't know the targeted demographic. But I guess I just want to say, while I find it a little cheap and easy, I do admire the show for having the balls. I mean, this is like Angel Season 1 balls here. We're talking big swinging balls, brass balls. Like, we're talking guts, courage, and I assume this comes from the original author, so this is the person I'm talking about. That's a lot of guts. It takes a lot of guts to do something like this, to get us into a character. I was just starting to get emotionally invested. I just learned how to pronounce his name after he died, but, close enough. Shit, I forgot how to pronounce it. Sasuke. So, Sasuke, right? Like, we're just getting to that point where, like, okay, we're used to this person. Also, I love the rivalry between Naruto and Sasuke. Yeah, that's a good rivalry. It was working. All of it was working for me. And then you kill him off. That's ballsy, man. That is impressive. So I am impressed there. I'm still got that 1% where I think they're not going to kill him. But if they're not, they did a damn good job because, like, at first I just absolutely refused to believe it. Then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, okay, I can see it. Because here's my thing: when you make a choice like this, it has to make sense to me from a writing point of view. Long term writing. This is our long term plan. Does that make sense? So in Angel season 1, did it make sense for them to invest a large amount of time into a character who might potentially leave? So when you reach that point, do you believe that that's what's happening, or do you believe it's just a fake? Right? I'm not going to spoil you on that season. I'm just saying you have to rationalize that in your brain, and that's where you come to it. Like, for instance, like, here, let me give you a good example. I know this intro is long, but like I'll keep this quick. If you have a main protagonist, like you have a series like Sherlock Holmes, he's the main protagonist. His name is on the title of the effing show, and there's only one other recurring character. Dr. Watson is the only other person we see every episode. Okay, it's just Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, and you're in episode 9 of a 20 episode season. Are you going to believe that they killed him in episode 9 of a 20 episode season when there's only two characters? Are you going to believe they killed Sherlock Holmes? I don't care what they show. They can show him being ripped apart by zombies and them eating his brains out of his skull with a rusty spoon. And you won't believe they're killing him off. You won't believe it. Because we're in episode 9 of 20 episodes. And there's only two characters in the damn show. And his show is on the title card. You're not going to believe it. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Where you have to figure out a way in your brain that you think that this could actually work, because this is a profit-seeking entity that is creating this show. They want people to come back next week. You got to be able to rationalize it in your brain. And so for me, it has to click in my brain. And yesterday, when I was watching the episode, at the end of the episode, it didn't click in my brain. So I didn't believe it. Then, thinking about it, I figured out a way that it could click in my brain. So now I can potentially believe it. I'm not 100% convinced, but I can believe it now. So that's what happened. That's the light switch that changed. All right, let's get to the damn episode. Like, this is way too long. All right, you know where we are. You know where we're going. Great. Just start off the very first frame with the dead body. Thank you so much. I don't particularly care. Be honest with you, I'm not emotionally invested in the character. I'm just impressed. I'm impressed from a writing point of view. That's where I'm coming from. So it's not like I give a crap about this dude, right? Like, I don't. Characters I care about are Naruto and Sensei. Those are the ones I'm actually emotionally invested in. This guy, throw him down a flight of stairs face first. I don't care. I'm just impressed you would spend this much time on him. We've already talked about this. But yeah, like, straight up with the body, huh? 3, 2, 1. Apparently so. Tell you what, this is a pretty good antagonist, man. I like this character. Hakura or whatever. I love the whole pincushion aesthetic, by the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, we're still in the flashback, right? I keep forgetting when I go a day without watching an episode. We come back to it, then the flashback is a pretty good refresher. I have to admit. It's only when I watch a bunch in a row that it gets really tedious. So watching it week to week, it would not be an issue. They weren't expecting the binge model back then. Yeah. So you can't really blame them. Oh yeah, that's right. He's about to tear that ass up. He hasn't done the tail thing yet. We're wondering if the tail thing was just a tease. Because at the end of the last episode, they showed his 9 tails. He's ready to light you up. You can pin catch me all you want to. Yeah, eat my ass. Eat all 9 tails of my ass. That's right. This ain't gonna do nothing. Hey, look at him. Well, he's gonna light you up like a Christmas tree. Where you think you're going, you little bitch? Yeah, you big man. Oh, yeah. That feels like a bad thing, by the way. Breaking the seal. Yeah. He's utilizing that shit. So what are you going to do about it, buddy? This is dangerous to put him in the field of battle if he could break the seal. If he could get angry enough to break the seal, he shouldn't be in the field of battle. You like to play with your food. I'm tired of that. One move. I think he has a few tricks up his sleeve. He's been holding back. That's right. You see what I mean, though? Like, if it's possible he could break the seal in the field of battle, he should not be in the field of battle. That's just how I feel about it. I hadn't really thought about it until just now. It is foolish to put him out there. Maybe you think you can channel, you can harness his power, but that's just too dangerous of a game, man. That's right. You just got knocked the F out. Ow. Rolling around like a sack of garbage. That's right. Take the L, bitch. It's pretty awesome. I love a good, I'm really pissed off, so now I'm going to kick your ass moment. Coming in for the finishing move. You going to run away? Look at that mask falling off. Yeah. No shit. If you've lost in your heart, you've lost the battle. If you don't believe there's a chance, you're done. About to shatter your face. Well, tell me what next week feels like, because that's where you just got knocked into. Oh, I really thought it was gonna be a face shot. What was it? A gut? Really? Really? Why would you stop? I'm displeased. Oh, because he recognized. Okay. Oh, because I recognize you. You seem kind of cool. How about if I just knock you out so you finally shut the hell up? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like the delayed fall down. That's happened to me in a fight before. Like you step back, you're like, "Oh, I'm cool." Oh, wait a minute, I'm not cool. Yeah. You want to take the L. I'm starting to think you're in. Is this your kink losing? Yeah, really, we're gonna get another. Can you just save it for your effing blog? Will you knock this son bitch out already? We don't need another diatribe. We're not bonding, asshole. Sounds like a you problem. Besides, just because you get defeated by one person does you can still beat 99 other people. That doesn't make you weak. This whole concept, you have to win every single battle or you're weak, is lame. Yeah, I love the parallels between this character and Sasuke. Because they have a lot of parallels. Genetics. Well, shit. Damn. Interesting. This feels like some good lore here. Right, that's why it's so important what clan you're from. Somebody was talking about the one I was quoting earlier. Was talking about Sakura and the fact she doesn't come from a privileged clan, right? Interesting. I also love that the D-Day was like consists of little drops of blood visually. That's a very interesting way to visualize it. You know, like I said, a lot of parallels. Keep his name out your mouth. KK Genkai. Basically a waterbender. Heh, how dare you? I think it's awesome, but she won't. Or he won't. Oh, that is her, the mom. Okay. God damn, man. Dick. I mean, it feels like you should have had that talk earlier, you know, before you had to resort to violence. Oh, right. That's why the mom was so scared. So the violence came out of fear, I understand. It's pretty brutal. Too bad you still gotta die. I mean, you know, older version of you. They didn't show us how she actually got away. Did you just let her go? That seems unlikely. Maybe she murked him. Maybe she used her powers against him. Yeah, that's exactly what the hell she did. Right. Yep. I was gonna say, there's no way he would just let her go. That's a very interesting backstory. That's true. Which is why she's with that asshole. He's with the asshole. I think I was saying she earlier. Like, it is a dude. I keep forgetting that. Brats, huh? Evil Eyes. Yeah, sure, whatever, kid. Again, they're heavy with the music in the show, which I like. I'm a little. I wonder. It has to be almost composed for the show because of the way it fits with what we're seeing visually. It's hard to do with the budget and time constraints you have. It could be wallpaper music, but it doesn't feel that way. Catch you later. He's got big dreams, which is what Haiku is supporting. Yep. Music to his ears. Speaking of music. Yep, I failed one time in 10 years against 1,000 opponents and I'm a complete failure. Don't understand that mentality. That's kind of where I thought we were going with this. Telling a sob story isn't how you get that done, though. You should be like, yeah, I killed your friend. I'm glad I killed your friend. Oh, shit. What is this? Looks like words? The words from the scroll came out, didn't it? Yeah, that's right. That's right. The words have teeth. Bite the shit out of it. Chomp. I don't know, man. I'm just standing here. Yeah. I'm going to start making fun of the show instead of making fun of her. You suck, show. Biting the hell out of him. Look at him. Yeah. Chomp. Getting all that dog slobber all over you. Right. They were coming for that ass. Yeah. Adorable. They're adorable ninja dogs. Look at that slobber going down his arm. That is nasty. I love dogs, but dog slobber is nasty. Yep. How you like me now? Yeah. Say no damn bluff. Then do it. Stop talking about it and kill somebody. He definitely monologued too much. That's for damn sure. Here come for that ass. Road ninja. He's got beef going way back. Exactly. And Gato is scum. He'll get his. It's good to have one that you don't copy. They won't see that coming. Watch this light show. Oh, that feels like that's gonna hurt. Shouldn't have hired yourself out to scum. Surely there was like an office job somewhere, right? Yeah. Hey, you're the one with dog slobber all over your ass. He doesn't want to have to kill you. Man, I would have done killed him. Just saying. But that's why he's going through. That's why he's saying all this. He's going through all this monologue, talking about all this. Your future is death, so he doesn't have to kill him. He doesn't want to kill him. I get it. I understand. I get it. Sometimes there is honor in service. That's where I think Haku is coming from. If you have nothing else going on, serving somebody else, feels like the right thing. I don't care. How about you show him as a cute rabbit loving boy? He's evil now. He's got to go. Get him out of here. You can backstory all you want to. Not gonna happen. Really. Not much of a cliffhanger. We know he's not gonna do it. That is very interesting. I had a long intro, so I'll leave it here. And I'll try to have like a slightly shorter intro next time, but I will go into what I think about all this.